So today let's talk about why and how I started to save. Why I started to save is because growing up, I was poor. Uh, Family members on both sides of my family were struggling. Um, I just decided in my early 20s that, okay, I have to make a change. Actually, let me back up. It was before then. I was 15 years old when I realized that I had a choice, that I don't have to live in poverty. If I'm willing to exercise my brain and develop my brain, I can be whatever I want to be. So in my early 20s, I didn't know how to budget. You know, my parents would tell me, hey, you need to save. And, you know, when I was younger, they would say save. And as I grew into adulthood, no one really talked much about savings or planning for retirement. So I was left to figure it out for myself. So I wanted to save because I wanted a firm security blanket. And, you know, I wanted to make sure that if some unexpected expense came up, I wouldn't be scrambling to figure out how to pay for it. You know, I despised that way of living, scraping by, having just enough. That angered me. And I thought, why should I live in poverty? I don't have to. I can choose a different life. And so the first thing is, I looked at my expenses and I reorganized my budget. And I thought, oh wait, you know, I'm gonna save like $800 a month. You know, this was like 29 years ago. Maybe not 29 years ago. It was more like 27 years ago. And I thought, I'm just gonna save, $800 a month. This is going to be easy. And I would transfer the $800 into my savings account, the first week that I got paid. And then I realized that as the month went on, oops, I gotta move some of that money out of my savings account and back into my checking account to pay for this expense that I forgot that I had, or this expense that just came up. Again, one of those miscellaneous expenses. So in the beginning, I was too aggressive with my savings. And so I got a little frustrated and I thought, man, why can't I figure this out? So then I reduced the amount of money that I told myself I was going to save. I reduced it to an amount where it was very comfortable to save at first. And then as time moved on and I earned more, and over the years, started several businesses. Some of them failed. Others did earn money. But the consistency over 2 decades led me to the position of where I became very, very accurate with calculating my expenses in my head as opposed to writing them down. I always knew exactly what my income would be. And I knew how much my investments were coming in every month, because unlike the stock market where you have highs and lows, as a private money lender, you have structured payments from your borrowers. And when your borrowers pay on time, then I knew how many thousands each month I could save just from the money coming in from my money lending business. I've also house hacked. House hacking, for those of you who don't know, it's where you rent rooms in your house. I did that for a while until my association told me that I could no longer do so. That's the fun part. Homeowners associations. Even though you own the home, they have the right to tell you what you can and can't do. So for the time that it lasted, it was quite well. It was very nice. I've also fixed and flipped homes, so I've earned an income from that adventure as well. So in addition to my primary employment, I had all these money-making ideas on the side that I used to boost my savings account. So again, I was very structured. If I wanted something like a luxury item that was not on my regular schedule, then I would create another investment to help cover that expensive purse or my expensive vehicle, whatever it was. So the thing is, that's why and how I started to budget. So for you, you have to have your own reasons for why you want to save, why you want to budget. You have to create your budget. And why you want to save and how you are going to save is something that you have to do for yourself. It's uniquely your own decision why you're saving and how you're going to save. That's my story.